again, and we got another subject to request today. Also from John Young. He asks, this is for all Formula One fans. He asks, the state of Formula One today. When I say the state, I mean I think he meant the state of this season. I should say the state of this season. I'm not in a state, but you know. So Nico Rosberg's winning the championship at the moment. He's in the lead. Lewis Hamilton's 4 points behind. Just watched the qualifying today for the German Grand Prix. Hamilton had a car issue. It looks like he had a brake failure, caused him to spin out and crash. That's typical Mercedes. I wonder who they're favouring in that team. It has to be, doesn't it? A German team, a German driver. Yeah, we know who's got the best equipment in that. But you know, he did have a gearbox failure in the British Grand Prix, so it's a bit of justice there, I suppose. Perhaps they gave Nico the wrong car. Yeah, it's a very interesting seasons with the turbo engine. Sounds like crap though, I'm sorry. Anyone that likes that bloody horrible noise of that V6 bloody turbo. Horrible, it sounds like a vacuum cleaner, doesn't it? Sounds horrible. Mind you, that V8 engine didn't sound that great. I would say, if I was going to change, if I had the opportunity to change Formula 1 as it is, I would say bring back the V8, not bring back the V8, bring back the V12 3.5 litre engine, because that did sound the business, didn't it? And the V10. Yeah, bring back that era where the cars looked brilliant. They looked like proper racing cars, like what they look like today. Got all that bloody hybrid shit on it. What is it? ERS, bloody hybrid, bloody electric motor, turbo. You know, it was a 1600 engine. Mind you, saying that, when the turbos were last in 1988, I mean they were decent cars. I mean, I think they only had a 1600 engine, but the turbo was much more sophisticated back then. I think it was, well, I say sophisticated, more powerful, I should say, because they only got one single exhaust now, where they used to have a twin exhaust, and others probably more bar. The cars actually look better then than they do now. They were stupid, ridiculous. They all cool, right? But nah, I would say bring back the early 90s of the Formula Ones, when they had the V8, the 3.5 litre engine, the V12, V10, whatever they wanted, even the V8. Yeah, but Formula One has definitely gone downhill in my. I mean, it produces still good racing. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I like Formula One. I've been watching it for over 20 years now, so I won't stop watching it, even if they become electric. I doubt it, but you got that new Formula E now. What the fuck's the point in that? Formula E, ecstasy, no, electric, nah. Here he goes, wee, wee, wee. Don't even run slick tyres. What's the fucking point in that? Nah, I can't see that catching on. Formula E. Well, as I say, Formula One's going downhill a bit now. They probably get so stupid that they bloody turn that 1600 into a 1 litre or something. I mean, the engine sophistication's getting better and better all the time, so I mean, you can produce quite a lot of power probably from a 1 litre engine probably in the future with all new technology and whatever. But everything's going green now. We all got to be green. Oh dear, let's fuck the racing up, because we all got to be green, don't we? Oh, the environmentalists are fucking upset because the engines are too noisy, or it's producing too much shit. Oh, it's destroying the world. Oh dear. But no, it balls us up the racing. Sorry. Oh God. Your cars are too noisy. Pollution the world. It's pollution. Oh, you got to have hybrids in your cars now. Oh, we're not happy with that. Oh, we're not happy because your cars are producing too much toxic shit. Who gives a fuck? I mean, why couldn't they have thought of this earlier? I mean, in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, none of this environmental shit. I know you had your Greenpeace fucking in the seas protesting about, oh, save the animals or save whatever. Oh, the environment's fucked. Whatever. I know I'm going to get in shit for this, but I don't give a fuck. Okay, we got a... But it's too late. Why couldn't you thought of that earlier? No, we got to do it now. Oh dear. I'm going off at a tangent, aren't I? Talking about... Supposed to be talking about the state of Formula 1. Yeah, who's going to win? Who's going to win this championship this year? I mean, it's looking good for Nico Rosberg. German. They won the World Cup, come on. So what do they want to do? Win the bloody Formula 1 as well? It looks like a German team's going to win it anyway, Mercedes-Benz, because they're so far out in front. And they've banned this suspension system, whatever it is. So it's making the cars a little bit more harder to drive, I suppose. Banning the suspension system, but it's on all cars. But I think Mercedes had the most sophisticated suspension system, but I don't know, it's just a link from the rear to the front suspension or something, but that's all been banned. Typical. You think of a good invention, oh, let's ban it. It's like that every time in Formula 1. But I don't know, they got all this shit on the steering wheels now. Fucking hell, what do you need to got to program ever turn this, turn that, make your car different or something? I'm sorry, but what it should be is pure skill behind the wheel. Not all this shit. Turn this up, turn that down, or whatever. Oh, if I do that, my car won't slide out. No, don't want none of that shit. Get rid of all that crap. Just have a steering wheel. You know, you've got your drinks button, your radio button, maybe in the turbo, when it was turbos, your boost button. That's all you had. You none of this other fancy shit. You had your foot, your accelerator, and your brake. Well, you had a clutch when there was not the what is it, the flappy paddle thing. You had the gear stick, the sequential gearbox. Yeah, bring that back, and ban that fucking semi-automatic gearbox. Bring back the old, like, the sequential gears. I think that would be interesting. They did that. Yeah, and Sebastian Vettel. What's happened to Red Bull? They've gone downhill, haven't they? They've really made a bad car. Well, it ain't the case that they made a bad car. It's just like Mercedes-Benz have just made the best car, I suppose. Even Williams are up there. They're doing well. Good to see Williams do well. I mean, they made some sophisticated, very sophisticated cars back in the early 90s. Like, first car to have the active suspension, the semi-automatic. Well, it weren't, because Ferrari had invented the semi-automatic gearbox. Yeah, that was the second team to have it, with which had the traction control system and all. Yes, and that was 1992 when Nigel Mansell won the Formula 1 championship that year. I remember that well. Yeah. So that's how Formula 1 should be. When it was about skill. I know that that active suspension, when that came out, that just made the car unbelievable. It was just like, it balanced itself. I mean, before that, Ayrton Senna was a great driver. He always was. I mean, even Michael Schumacher was brilliant. 7-time world champion. Yeah, but that was the days that were great. They were great days for Formula 1. But now it just seems to going downhill. I do like this season's been good though, because they have taken away a lot of downforce off their cars, so it makes the car more unpredictable. And I like the way Pirelli's come in and made the tyres not last anymore. So I think they're getting better and better now, but I know last year they kept on exploding. But everyone loves a crash. Come on, don't get me wrong. Everyone loves a crash. When no one gets hurt, that's alright. But everyone likes a crash. You've got to have a crash. I mean, makes racing more exciting, doesn't it? You can't watch a race and there's no crashing, is it? Come on, it'd be pretty boring, wouldn't it? It's like most sports. I like motorsport. I always like motorsport. I'm going off at a tangent again, aren't I just give me a subject request, and I don't know. I just think of other things, you know, because I can talk about one subject, but it's hard. Anyway, I'm going off for another tangent. Yeah, the state of Formula One this season. I think that's what John wanted. Was asking, weren't you, John? Yeah, not me, John Young. Anyway, just had a few drinks. Oh dear. Let's open another can, shall we? Because we can! Sorry about the mess behind me. Other day, you knew, I just built another computer. Again, I'm going off at a tangent. Sorry. Yeah, so what's your thoughts on Formula One, actually? Is this state of this year? Who's going to be world champion? Is it going to be Nico Rosberg, or is it going to be Lewis Hamilton? Because it's going to be one of those two. No one else has got a chance. They're too far in the lead. Well, it's good to see Daniel Ricciardo do well, beating Vettel, actually. He's doing really well for himself, establishing himself in the team. Very good. Caterham, you might as well say goodbye to them, because let's face it, they ain't going to get nowhere. They're better off getting out of the fucking car and pushing the bloody thing round, aren't they? Mauritia are doing well. I mean, they're up there. They're doing... I mean, that was surprising, because Caterham, like previous years, did better than them, but now it seems like Mauritia are doing well for themselves. Well done to them. I'd like to see the underdogs do well. Sauber have gone downhill, wouldn't they? They ain't really doing well. Force India, you know, they're a bit about the same. McLaren, they're terrible. They've been terrible for ages. Might be interesting next year when they get the Honda engine, because they always had success with the Honda engine, even though they had it from 88 to 92, I believe. They won 88, 89, 90, 91. They won 4 championships. That 4 out of 5 championships with the Honda engine. And since they've had the Mercedes engine, I believe from 1995 onwards, they've only won one drive. No, they ain't. They won 3. I think they've only won 3 drivers' championships after that, because I know they won 2 with Mika Hakkinen and 1 with Lewis Hamilton, and only 1 championship, constructors' championship. Check that up. I think I'm right on that. But they've been with Mercedes all that time, and they've only achieved 3 championships. That's pretty crap, really, considering with Honda they won 4 championships out of 5 seasons with them. So it will be pretty interesting to see them back with Honda. So hopefully they can produce a good engine. McLaren can produce a good car. I mean, they've got the drivers. Perhaps they need something like with Hamilton's quality, though. Bit aggressive, very aggressive behind the wheel. I think if Hamilton went back to McLaren, I honestly think that would be a good combination. Don't stay with Mercedes, because you know it's going to be Nico Rosberg. If he goes to McLaren again, I think they'll have a good package with the Honda engine. If they can make a good car with Hamilton's skills, that'd be very interesting. Anyway, I think I've covered enough on this subject now. I hope this is what you wanted, John. I know you requested it last week, but I'll just finally get around to it. Anyway, leave your comments, make a VR, whatever you want to do, if you're a Formula 1 fanatic. Anyway, thank you for watching. Till next time, and goodbye.